The second week of the NFL did not disappoint. The AFC West looks like it may be the toughest division in football. The Falcons are showing that last year's Super Bowl run was no fluke. And at 40 years old, Tom Brady doesn't appear to be slowing down one bit. CBS Sports writer Bill Reiter joins me now to break it all down. Bill, let's start with Tom Brady. He's the old man on the field, and yet he leads the Patriots to rout the Saints. What's up with that? How does he do it?
Old man football is timeless, and this whole thing we've made fun of him for not putting sugar in his body and hardly drinking and treating his body like a temple is working. It's the first game of his entire career. He's had 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. He leads the NFL in passing yards through 2 games. He is a freak of nature and a miracle of aging.
He told Nora O'Donnell that he's better than he was when he was 18.
I saw the interview, and I got to be honest, I was like, come on, Tom, you're not better. And then I watched the game. I'm like, all right, I'm not doubting Tom Brady anymore. It's absolutely true.
He proved it in that game. All right, the Sunday night game between the Packers and the Falcons, that was expected to be a big matchup, but it ended up being a big win for the Falcons. What led to that?
Yeah, Atlanta has not missed a beat despite that heartbreaking loss to Tom Brady in the Super Bowl at the end of last season. The fact is that Matt Ryan and all of those weapons are just as sharp and just as formidable. And even though the Packers are a really good football team and it's a team that's used to going into Atlanta and competing but losing games, at least for the moment, the Falcons, one of the best teams in the NFL, and the Packers a little bit behind them.
So they could still be on a Super Bowl run for this year, the Falcons?
Absolutely. I think they absolutely could be. And you never know how a team's going to respond. And they had a little bit of that hangover against the Bears last week. Bears not a very good team. This was the first game where they looked like the Falcons, and they really shrugged off the heartache of last season.
All right, and should Green Bay Packers fans be worried?
I want to say yes because I'm a Bears fan, but I'm not going to lie to people. I think they're going to be okay. For very uncharacteristically, Aaron Rodgers was off of his game, had an interception, had a fumble. I think it was just one bad night, and the Atlanta defense played really good football. But the Packers are the Packers. Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. I think, like most years, they're going to be okay.
All right, speaking of teams that didn't look good, the Cowboys beat up by the Denver Broncos. What was behind that?
You know, we all thought that Denver's run defense was going to be a bit of a weakness despite how good their defense is. It was 26th, 27th last year. It went the opposite direction. Dallas could not get the ball moving against that defense. Ezekiel Elliott was absolutely stymied, and he gave up on plays. He had body language on the side of the field that was really problematic. Dallas got beat down. Their offense got beat down, and their leader, Ezekiel Elliott, allowed himself to get beat down. That team followed suit. It was just a bad effort from Dallas, and Denver looked really, really good.
Denver plays in the AFC West. Is that the best division in the league?
I think it is hands down. And the Chargers, who are at the bottom of that division, some prognosticators like them for the Super Bowl. Aside from them, you've got a 2-0 Denver team. Trevor Siemian looked like Troy Aikman in that game against Dallas. The Kansas City Chiefs, who are my pick out of the AFC West, look really dynamic. Alex Smith also looks like a superstar. And the Raiders are 2-0, and the Raiders won 12 games last year along with the Chiefs. All 3 of those teams, and some would say the Chargers, are capable of winning the Super Bowl this year. It is by far the best division in the NFL. It's been a lot of fun to watch so far.
All right, Bill Reiter, thanks so much.
You bet.